body surface takes place in? The first one is the sponges, second one is colinterate, third option is flatworms. So flatworms, only the third option they have given. So what is that? What is the answer? Oxygen exchange with the simple diffusion. In which of the cases the simple diffusion takes place? See, as you know, the sponges, colenterates, and the flatworms, they all comes under primitive organisms, right? Which comes under animal kingdom. So they all undergo the diffusion takes place during the exchange of gases. So all of the above is the answer for the first question, fourth option, all of the above. Second question, which of the following statement is incorrect about nasopharynx? Anyone? Nasopharynx? Internal, is that the, yes, anyone? Yes, no, don't know. The second one, okay, it is the common passage for air only. Remember, nasopharynx is a part of the nose, okay, which is going to connect with the pharynx part, okay. So narrow pharynx, it is the common passage for the air only. It is not for the food. That is the second option is the correct options for the second question. Third one, during swallowing, glottis can be covered by the elastic. Have you all got this one, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So during swallowing, glottis can be covered by a thin elastic cartilaginous flap called
Epiglottis.
epiglottis, good, to prevent the entry of food into the larynx. Trachea is a straight tube extending from up to mid-thorax. Okay, remember the option is the second one option. You have to go through it. So mid-thorax, okay, then which divides at the level of fifth thoracic vertebrae into the right and the left primary bronchi. Okay, so till there it will, how it will extend from the nasopharynx to the lungs. They have given. First one is the epiglottis, second is the mid-thoracic cavity, and the last one is bronchi. Yes. The fourth question, friction on the lungs is surface reduced by?
First option.
Very good. So double layered pleura. As you know, the pleura is a layer which covers the lungs. So double layered pleura, which helps in the friction between the two lungs. Okay. So friction means, you know, it should not touch us to other organs, or if there is any breakage or the friction, that should not be there. That will be controlled by double layered pleura. Yes, it is not the lung, ribs as well as the single layered, nothing. Okay, the fifth one, movement of air into and out of the lungs is carried out by?
Pressure gradient.
Very nice. Pressure gradient. Okay, there should be pressure gradient, should be there. Okay, the bird is, we call it as partial pressure of oxygen and partial pressure of carbon dioxide, that we have discussed in the last class itself. Next, arrange the given steps by which the pulmonary volume increases in the sequence of events occurring first. You have to tell me the stepwise.
Second option.
Correct, good. Second option. So first one will be the contraction of the diaphragm, which increases the volume of the thoracic chamber in atrio-posterior axis. After that contraction, what happens? Contraction of the intercostal muscles will contract. So you have to remember, there will be contraction in the lungs. There should be contraction in the lungs so that the diaphragm will move ups and down. So first the contraction of the diaphragm will be there, that increases the volume. Then after that, intercostal volume contraction will be there. After that, lifting up of the ribs will lift from you can when you deeply inhale and exhale, no, you can feel the movement of the diaphragm as well as the ribs. Okay, and the last one is the sternum. Sternum causes an increase in the volume of the thoracic chamber in the dorsiventral axis. So as you know, the sternum, what do you know about sternum? What is the quality of the sternum there? Sternum is the strongest bone in our body. Please make a note. So last year you would have studied, okay, that is locomotion and movement. So most probably it has been deleted portions under. But remember, the sternum is the strongest bone in our body. Okay, and which is the longest bone?
Femur.
Fever.
Okay, femur bone. That is the thigh bone. Yes. Yes, good. Sixth one is done. Seventh one. On an average, a healthy human breathes 12 to 16 times per minute. What will be the answer? Second one irutta, first one irutta nodi. None of these. None of these means what? How you will explain that? How do you explain that? On an average of a healthy human breathes. So what is a healthy human breathes there? Yes. A healthy man can inspire or expire. Already I have told you approximately it should be 6,000 to 8,000 ml per minute. Right. For 1 minute, how much volume he has to take in? The volume of the air involves the breathing movements. Okay, that can be estimated by using a spirometer. Remember, the spirometer is an instrument. How many times a person can breathe? Okay, so 16 times per minute. Okay, on an average, healthy human being breathes 12 to 16 times per minute by a actually it is an instrument. They should told. Okay, none of the above you can write that. Okay. So which of the following statements are incorrect? Choose the correct options. Second one, yav heltira adralli? First one option or the fourth one? Please go through the options. The volume of the air involves the breathing movements can be estimated by spirometer. Diaphragm is very useful in both inspiration and expiration. Which of the following statements are incorrect?
None of these.
None of these, right? So none of these is correct, incorrect. Okay. So that is the fourth one is the option. Eighth one. Approximate volume of air a healthy man can expire or inspire per minute. Just now I told you. Isn't it?
6,000 to 7,000 ml.
Yes. So that is 8,000. 6,000 to 8,000. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ಈಗ just ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ 6,000 to 8,000 only, right? Yes. So it is 8 one is ಯಾವ್ದು option ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6,000 to 8,000 third option correct ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ದಿದೆ. Okay. Ninth one, identify the type of pulmonary volume capacity on the basis of quantity of air present in the lungs given below. Yav tagoltirappa? Approximate. You should be knowing the pulmonary volume capacity. Last class we have done everything. Tidal volume. Correct. Second option is the correct option. That is the first one is RV. Second one RV ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? What is RV? Reservoir.
Residual volume.
Yes, residual volume. Then TV is tidal volume. TLC means what?
Total lung capacity.
Very good. Total lung capacity. So these are the second option is the correct option. So you have to go through it. Okay. Second one is what they have given approximately 500 ml anta kottidare. So idu yavudralli irutte idistrallu. Okay. Next 10th one. During inspiration, the diaphragm. Yes, very easy.
Contracts.
Third option.
That's it. Okay. Contracts and it will expand. It will become flattened. That is the 10th one. 11th one. Primary site of the gaseous exchange in human is very easy.
Second option.
Alveoli. 12th one. Respiratory gas, atmospheric air, alveoli kottidare. Oxygen is atmospheric pressure is 159. In case of alveoli, they have given A. So you have to find out here the partial pressure in mmHg of oxygen and carbon dioxide at a different part involved in diffusion in comparison to those in atmosphere. Identify A and B and choose the correct options accordingly.
Second option.
Second option in the textbook al kuda kottidare. Okay, so if the oxygen percentage in the atmospheric pressure is 159, then in the alveoli it is 104. So it is moves from its higher concentration to lower concentration. So only the oxygen will move from the atmosphere into your lungs. Whereas in case of carbon dioxide, atmosphere it has 0.3%, and whatever which is accumulated inside your lungs, okay, after the exchange of gases, the carbon dioxide concentration is 104 in the alveoli. So only we exhale carbon dioxide. So inside the lungs it is more concentrated. So from more concentration to less concentration, the carbon dioxide will move out. So only we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. I think everyone knows the point, right? Artha aitendrappa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how many layers are present in the diffusion membrane of alveoli capillaries?
3.
3. Good. 3 layers irutte, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Alveoli anta ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is very thin layer only, but 3 membrane irutte, so that the diffusion can easily happen. Very thin layer, that is 3 layers irutte. Okay, the next one, the 14th one, in the diaphragm given in the previous question, previous questions anta idral kottidare ashtene, but it will be not given in like that. The functions performed by A, B and C are as follows. A, diffusion of oxygen to blood. B, transport of carbon dioxide. Exchange of gases takes place. Select among A, B, C, which is one is correctly matched, and choose the correct options accordingly antide. ಏನ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ? ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Diffusion of oxygen to blood, transport of carbon dioxide, exchange of gases also takes place. So the 4th option is the correct options. All are correct only. Okay, all are correct. The 15th one, partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide in atmospheric gas compared to those in alveolar air is it oxygen is higher or carbon dioxide is higher?
Oxygen is high and carbon dioxide is low.
So that is the option 1 correct option. Mark ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Oxygen, first one, oxygen will be higher, carbon dioxide is
Ma'am, second option.
is higher and lower. Oh, okay, yeah, correct. Second option, correct. Oxygen is high and carbon dioxide is low. Correct. Second option. 16th one, match the following columns. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Column 1 and column 2, percentage of carbon dioxide transported by what ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So yesterday also I have told you this, right? Last class. Okay, so percentage ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ? Third option.
3.
Ma'am, second option.
Third option, ma'am.
Third option ನೋಡಿ. The RBC 70%. Okay na? Plasmaದಲ್ಲಿ 7% carbon dioxide ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Whereas carbonates will be 20 to 25%. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ನಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೆ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ವೋ ನೋಡಿ. The third option is the correct option. Correct. Next one, 17th one. Hemoglobin is the red colored iron containing pigment which is present in. This is very simple question.
RBC.
Good. So tumba simple question. Which of the following conditions are found in the alveoli of the lungs? ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಟು ಓದಿ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Which of the following conditions are found in the alveoli of the lungs? Yes. Fourth one. Fourth option is the correct. Oxygen irutte, carbon dioxide kuda irutte. High amount of oxygen, low carbon dioxide, as well as 5th one, that is low hydrogen ions iruttante nodಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So less hydrogen, H plus will be low, H plus is low, oxygen is high, and carbon dioxide is also low. Okay, so that is how 18th one. Okay, so 18th one is
Ma'am,
yes, ma.
can you explain 16th question?
16th question, yeah. 16th question is what, ma? 20 to 25% bicarbonates. What they have given here, match the following columns. So percentage of carbon transported by, they have given. By means what? As you know, oxygen will be transported, and even carbon dioxide is also has to be transported through blood only. But carbon dioxide will be transported back from the cells to the lungs. Isn't it? From the lung, from cells to the lungs, how it will be transported? By 3 ways it will transport. Last class I have explained that, right? So it will be transported either by RBC. Okay, RBC, what happens when the hemoglobin combines with carbon dioxide? So it forms into what? Carbamino hemoglobin, right? Getting?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The second one, it will transported by bicarbonates.
Bicarbonates.
Yes, it will be 70%. Remember, 70% of the carbon dioxide will be transported through RBC. Whereas the bicarbonates, it is only 20 to 25%. That is, it forms into carbonic acid and all I have explained, remember?
Yes, ma'am.
And also it will be transported by plasma, that is by only 7%. You have to match it. So they have given in the third option, second. So third option is what? A is 2. A is 2. Okay. Idu yav tara 1 nimisha. Yeah. 1 sec. 213 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ A ಏನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದಾರಪ್ಪ? A ಗೆ 2 ನಾ? One minute. Blood in the medium transported by 97%. Correct. The RBC 97%. Then remaining 3% is carried by dissolved plasma. The 20 to 25% is transported by RBC, whereas 70% it is carried by bicarbonates. So third option correct there. Vansati match ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಏನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯಾರು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಪ್ಪ? 7% ಈಸ್ ಬೈ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ, ಹೌದಾ? 7% ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್
Bicarbonate 70%.
Bicarbonates 70%. So B1 ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, yeah, correct ma. Third option ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ 7% ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಮಾ 7%, RBC 70%, then bicarbonates 20 to 25% ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ you can easily match. Okay pa, then I think your doubt is cleared ma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, we'll move to the next one. 19th question. Under normal conditions, what amount of oxygen is delivered by 100 ml of oxygenated blood?
5 ml.
5 ml, correct. Yes. How it is 5 ml? How it is 5 ml, ma? Anyone? See, under the normal physiological condition, 100 ml of oxygenated blood can deliver around 5 ml of the body. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಗಮನ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. 100 ml ಅಲ್ಲಿ 100 ml ಬ್ಲಡ್ ನ ನೀವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 5 ml ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? 5 only it can 90%, 95% will be the rest of the cells ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಾರ್ಪಸಲ್ಸ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ in 100 ml it carries only 5 ml of oxygen. Okay, so that is the first option. So ಇದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದೆ. 19th one just ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin as
Third option.
Second option.
carbamino hemoglobin. Correct. Second one. Carbamino hemoglobin. Carbonic anhydrase is found in what is the function of carbonic anhydrase? This also I have discussed last class.
Converts carbon dioxide to carbonic acid.
Yes, good. So converts the carbon dioxide, and even it helps in the attachment of carbon dioxide to hemoglobin. Then only it can forms into carbonic acid, right? So carbonic anhydrase, which is found in both blood as well as in plasma. Remember, so the third option is correct, which is present in both blood and plasma, 1 and 2. Hemoglobin of the human blood forms a stable complex found with dash gas leading to death. Complete the given statement with an appropriate option. Yes. Hemoglobin of the blood, okay, forms a stable complex compound with a dash gas. What type of gas it is? Leading to death. If it combines with any of the acids, like the reactivity of the gas is the answer. So 22nd one, reactivity of the gases. Why it is, what type of reactivity takes place there? Anyone? Yes, ma'am. So you have heard of Bhopal gas tragedy, right? So isomethyl carbonate, a very poisonous gas, that when it attaches to the hemoglobin, no, which is a very reactivity of the series, like you know, even in case of nuclear power plant, it releases a very harmful poisonous gas. So when that gas reacts with the hemoglobin, no, that leads to a death. Even you can take carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is very, very harmful to our body. Whenever we will inhale, go on inhaling the carbon monoxide for a longer period of time, it leads to the death of a person. Okay, so the reactivity of the gas, it is not the solubility, it is not the thickness or the pressure gradient, nothing. So it is the reactivity of the gas. Okay, so that is the second option. That is the 22nd one is the fourth option. 23rd one, human beings have a significant ability to maintain the moderate and respiratory rhythm to the demand of the body tissue. This is achieved by
Neural system.
That's it, neural system, mainly neural. Without neural system, it is the rhythmic of the respiratory system is mainly based upon the neural system. Okay, 24th one, respiratory centers of the brain is stimulated by respiratory centers of the brain, which is present in the cerebrum region. Remember, so that is stimulated by the second option, carbon dioxide content in atrial of the blood. So atrial and ventral anta kottidare, venous, it is nothing but the veins. So the second option is the correct option. So carbon dioxide content in the atrial of the blood, in the auricles, if more number of carbon dioxide is present, no, that will stimulate the respiratory centers in the brain. Okay, next one, 25th one. Why carbon monoxide? Just now I have told you about the carbon monoxide. He is poisonous for humans. Anyone?
Fourth option.
Correct, ma. Good. So what happens to this carbon monoxide? It will not allow the hemoglobin to combine with oxygen. So once a normal process hegide, now the any of that, the hemoglobin, one sec, it is not a Hg, it is a Hb, right? So when the hemoglobin, when it is combines, it usually has to combine with oxygen, right? If instead of oxygen, if carbon monoxide, CO, comes and attaches to hemoglobin, and it will not allow the oxygen to combine with the hemoglobin. So it is less affinity for the oxygen and more affinity to the hemoglobin, carbon monoxide. So only it causes the hemoglobin combines with carbon monoxide instead of oxygen, and the product cannot be dissociated, and this cannot be dissociated, and less amount of oxygen will be supplied in the body. So what happens if the less oxygen is supplied in the body? What happens? You have studied when altitude sickness also, isn't it? When you go to a hill station or any climbing process, okay, then what happens? You will feel very tired, isn't it? Very tired. Not only tiredness, breathlessness takes place, then head rolling, okay, like vomiting sensation, like nausea. These are the things we will face it. Why? Because of less oxygen is present in the altitude. If you go to the very altitude sickness and all, you have studied, no? The same thing here also. If we go on inhaling the carbon monoxide in a very polluted area, as you know, which is the main source of carbon monoxide?
Cigarette.
Not only, yes, cigarette, of course, cigarette. Not only that, even from the automobile exhaustion, isn't it? The smoke which comes from the automobiles, vehicles, in that also it emits a large amount of carbon monoxide. So which is very dangerous. Yes, 27th question. One of the major cause of emphysema, last class.
Cigarette smoking.
Third option.
Yes, correct. But the emphysema gnapka itkolli. Pneumonia is a infection of
Lungs.
Lungs.
29. The tobacco smoke contains carbon oxide. What happens? That's the same thing. Ulta palta kottidare ashte nene. Alva? Reduces oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, right?
First option.
Yes. If the carbon monoxide goes and combines with the hemoglobin, it reduces it. The last question. Which part of the respiratory system has the smallest diameter?
Respiratory bronchus.
Bronchus, yes, write down. Very important. Respiratory bronchus has a very small diameter in our body. Diameter means ido, okay na? So that is the thing. So that completed the respiration and exchange of gases. Now we will move to the genetics also. The principles of inheritance and variations also have done the summary part of that. Then we will start with the multiple choice questions. Okay. After this, I will be starting with the fourth chapter, which is comes under the first PU, Animal Kingdom, a little bit summary along with the, if summary is not possible, then we will start with the multiple choice questions. Wherever the very important is there, then I will explain to that also. The first questions under principles of inheritance and variations is which of the functional unit of inheritance? Be quick. Very easy answer. First one only, right? Which is the functional unit of inheritance? Gene, right? It is not an intron. It is not a cistron. What is an intron? Where you have studied intron?
Transcription.
Yes, good. Introns. Introns are whether the genetic material is present or not.
Not present.
Not present, isn't it? The introns will be removed and the exons will be joined together to form a functional mRNA, isn't it? That we are going to study in the next chapter, which is molecular biology. Then cistron is, what is cistron? Write down please, which is very important for the upcoming the questions. The cistron is the complete gene or the transcriptional unit. Okay, transcriptional unit which carry messages for protein. The protein synthesize the cistron is very important. And the chromosomes, colored bodies which contains DNA. Okay. Coming to second one, alleles are. What are alleles? Already this also we have discussed. Alternate forms of a gene, right? They are not the chromatids. They are not the chromosomes. So chromatids means, you know, this, if you consider these are the chromosomes. This is the chromosomes. This one is called as what? Chromatids. Right? These are called as what? Chromatids. The chromatids alleles andre. They are the forms of alternate forms of a gene. Right? So capital T, small t, last alternate forms of genes. Okay. A gamete normally contains. If you give the quick answers, we can finish that also.
One allele.
One allele of a gene, correct. Okay, a gamete normally contains one allele of a gene. Two alleles alla, all the alleles kuda allala. So one allele of a gene is the gamete. Gamete alli iruvanthadu ಒಂದೇ allele anta. Alleles ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? A pair of genes. A pair of genes ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Either XX ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ X and Y ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಲ್ವಾ? So the gametes, the sex of a organism. Okay. The fourth question, a recessive mutant is one which is
Ma'am, fourth option.
expressed only in homozygous and hemizygous state. Very good. Fourth option, correct option. Expressed only in heterozygous. It can be expressed. Recessive mutant, it can be expressed both in case of homozygous as well as hemizygous condition. Yes. Fifth one, Mendel is called as father of. Very easy.
Genetics.
Yes. Mendelism is related with. It is related with what?
Ma'am, third option.
Heredity in living beings. Okay. Seventh one. Easy iradu salpa bega hogoda. Which one of the following was rediscovered of Mendel's work?
Ma'am, Morgan.
Is it Morgan? Morgan comes under sex linkage, right?
Ma'am, fourth option.
Yes, Corins. Corins is the correct option. Correct. Yes, the next one. This next one. Sorry. Seventh one, aitala. Seventh one, fourth option. Eighth one. Which of the following characters in P was not chosen by Mendel?
Ma'am, location of pod.
Pod.
Location of the pod was not discussed. Okay. Chromosome theory of inheritance was proposed by Sutton
Ma'am,
and
fourth
Sutton and
option.
Bowlby.
First option.
Sutton and Bowlby. ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Chromosome theory of inheritance was given by Sutton and Bowlby. Next, Hugo D. Veris ಏನ್ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ಯಾ? ಥಿಯೋಡಾರ್ ಬೌವ್ರಿ ಎರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ. ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಪ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? ಗ್ರಿಗೋರ್ ಮೆಂಡಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತು. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ವಿನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಸ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದ ನಾನು, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಥಾಮಸ್ ಹಂಟ್ ಇರಲಿ, ಕೋರಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ. ಥಾಮಸ್ ಹಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಗನ್ ಏನ್ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ? ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಹೆರಿಡಿಟಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಗನ್. ಅವಾಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಒನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ವಿನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಸ್ conducted a famous fly room experiment on Drosophila. You can write there, role of non-disjunction in chromosomal inheritance. Calvin Bridges. Second option ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೆವೆಂತ್ ಒನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಫುಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಸ್. CALVIN. Calvin Bridges. He has discovered a non-disjunction chromosome inheritance. Then written Muller anta ide alva, third option. Sorry, first option Muller anta ide alva. Avrdu full hesaru banbittu Hermann Joseph Muller. Hermann Joseph.
Ma'am, can you repeat the discovery of bridges, ma'am?
Yeah. This one, yeah, second one, amma.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, one sec. So, Thomas Hunt Morgan ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲ್ವಿನ್ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಅವರು ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ non-disjunction. One sec. non-disjunctions of chromosome, non-disjunctions of chromosome inheritance. Okay, next one, Harman Joseph, SEPH. Okay, Joseph Muller. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಮುಲ್ಲರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇವ್ರದ್ದು ಫುಲ್ ಹೆಸರು ಇದು ಹಾರ್ಮನ್, MAN. ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾರ್ಕರು. ಓಕೆ, his work on physiological and genetic effects of radiation. His work on, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ, his work on psychological and genetic effects of radiation. Psychological and genetic effects of radiation. Okay, ashtu aitalva. Okay, next 10th 9th one aitalva. Kelvin Bridges aitu. Hugo D. Varies. Avuru
Mutation.
Yes, mutation. Yes, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. He given explanations on ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯೂಗೋ ಡಿ ವೇರಿಸ್, ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎರಿಚ್ ವಾನ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋರು, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕಾರ್ಲ್ ಕೋರಿನ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೇರಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವೆನ್ ಅ ಕಾಮನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟೇಶನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸುಟಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬೋವ್ರಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮಲ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ 10th one. So 10th one is chromosomal theory of inheritance was based on
Second option, ma'am.
second option, correct. Segregation of genes, second option, correct. 10th, 11th one, when closely placed genes on the chromosomes are inherited together, the phenomenon is known as
Linkage.
good. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಹೊಸಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಜೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಟು ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್, okay, what is the it can be transmitted, or the ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it will be inherited to the next characters by a linkage. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಲಿಂಕೇಜ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, so 12th one is the first option. Okay, then 13th one, the genes of different traits located on different loci of the same chromosomes are linked, isn't it? The genes of different traits, yes, located on different loci alidro, there will be the linkage will be there.
Linked.
Yes, correct, ma. Then lack of independent assortment of two genes A and B in fruit fly Drosophila is due to linkage only, right? It is due to what? Linkage, not by the crossing over, not by the repulsion, not by the recombination. So linkage is very important. The linkage, the experiment ಎರಡು ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿದಿರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Drosophila experiments, you have to study properly. Then A and B genes are linked. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. What shall be the genotype of progeny in a cross between AB, small ab, and AB and AB? ಏನ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ?
Second option.
Is it second option? Correct. So capital A is a dominant and capital B is also a dominant. So ಅದನ್ನ ಪುನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್. So capital A, small a, capital B, small b, then small a, both the dominant as well as the recessive characters will be transferred. So 14th one is A, second one. Okay, good. So 15th one, the number of linkage groups in Piscium sativum is
7.
7.
Yes, correct. 7. So it is not 9 also, because 9 2 ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? The number of linkage groups correspondence to the haploid number of chromosomes will be 7 only, because ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಅದರದೆಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ದು ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so we will not go in detail. So 16th one, phenomenon of crossing over in diploid organism is responsible for crossing over in diploid organism. Recombination matte linked genes alva. Recombination of linked genes. Recombinations will be there, and also the linkage of the genes is also there. Segregation between two genes, adu law of independent assortmental barutte. It is comes under haploid. Then linkage between genes alla, dominance of genes alla. Okay, now the first option is the correct option for 16th question. 17th one, crossing over produces. Crossing over produces.
Recombination.
Crossing over produces a recombination of linked genes, right? Yes, 14th one. Okay, recombination agate plus linked genes will also go. In the sense, both the genes will go to the next offsprings. Okay, the characters will hogutte. Crossing over occurs between, very easy.
Third option.
Third option.
Correct. Good. Two non-sister chromatids of different bivalence. So non-sister chromatids andre nimage gottide. One should be from the parent. Okay, that is from the male. Maternal anta karitivi. Sorry, maternal matte paternal. So iveradana navu enanta karitivi non-sister chromatids. Iveradana navu tagondre sister chromatids anta karitivi iveradana. If you take from one from the maternal, one from the paternal anta tagondre, these two chromatids are called as non-sister chromatids of different bivalence. Bivalence means itara condition idre adna bivalent anta karitivi. Okay. Next, coming to, that is the third option, 19th one. Genetic recombination is due to
Meiosis and fertilization.
nice, yes. So ಈಗ genetic recombination ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ first meiosis, then fertilization. Fertilization ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ meiosis ಎರಡು continuous process. ಬರೀ mitosis meiosis ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮತ್ತೆ fertilization mitosis ಅಲ್ಲ. Meiosis should be there in a sex chromosomes. Okay. 20th question. The functional unit of gene is, now just now I have told you that also. Third option, cistron. Cistron is the functional unit of gene. Barkoli. Recon is the functional unit of recombination. Recon anta gene ide, adu replication alli help ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Muton ಅನ್ನೋ gene ಇರುತ್ತೆ, that helps in mutation. Codon ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ? Present on mRNA alva. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
on the mRNA codons will be present. Okay, so 21st question. A woman has a child with the Klinefelter's syndrome. One many bare bodies. How many bare bodies the child possesses? One. What do you mean by a bare body? Yes.
Will not have X or Y chromosome.
Yes, correct. That is, X chromosomes will be absent, right? So please make a note. The highly condensed structure lies against the nuclear membrane. Lies against the nuclear membrane of the interface cell of females. Interface cell of a females. The number of bare bodies is, that is called as what? Bare body. Adralli number of X chromosomes will be less. One X chromosomes will be less ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Bare body. So answer is 1. Okay. 22nd question. The traits whose genes are located on X chromosomes are known as
Sex linked.
sex linked. Correct. Sex linked. It is not sex controlled alla, sex limited antalla kottidare alla, sex linked alli iruttadu traits galu. That is nothing but the genes. A man and a woman who do not show any apparent signs for a certain inherited diseases. Remember, inherited diseases andre from generation to generation, like a color blindness agirbodu, hemophilia, sickle cell anemia. These are all the inherited diseases that will be transferred from the parents to the offsprings. So what they have given here, have 7 children. Okay, so they are not showing any inherited characters in them, but they have 7 children. 2 daughters and 5 sons. 3 of the sons suffer from the given disease, but none of the daughters are affected. Which of the following the mode of the inheritance do you suggest for this disease?
Sex
Ma'am,
linked
second
dominant.
option. Second option, ma'am.
Recessive, very nice, good. Sex linked recessive, because even though you have to remember, if it is not showing in females, so if it is an X linked, it should be X linked. Then as you know, in case of females, they have 2 X genes, X chromosomes. See, if one X gene is infected, or this is, if you consider this is a disorder, so one of the other X chromosomes will be there, no? That will act as a dominant characters on the diseased one. So whatever the disease she is having, that will be suppressed by the dominant gene X, one more X. Okay, so only she will be not affected more in case of color blindness, only you can see. But in case of males, no, in case of males, as you know, it is an X linked. If for example, if this X chromosome is disorder is there, for example, so there is no one more X chromosome to dominate on this, right? The other chromosome is Y. So what happens there? Getting, no? So 100% the males will show the disease, in the sense he will be showing it. But in case of females, she will be act as a carrier. Even though the disease is present in her body, because of one more X chromosome is there, so that will dominate over the diseased one. So this, she will be act as a carrier. She may passes to the next generation, but that will be not shown in her body. So that is how you have to remember. Have you understood, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next one is 24th one. 24th. Crisscross inheritance is observed for the genes present on.
X chromosome.
Just now
X chromosome.
I told you, no, that is called as X, that is crisscross. Crisscross means what? If the females are affected, as I told you, that will be from father. You can say from the father. The father, he will be showing that some disease. So from the father, it will be transmitted to the daughter. Okay, daughter is nothing but I have given here the female. Okay, so the female will be act as a carrier, even though the father has a disease or the disorder, that will be transmitted to the daughter. Okay, transmitted to the daughter, but she will be not showing anything. Instead of that, she will be act as a carrier, and that will be transferred to the son. Father to daughter, from daughter to son. So this type of inheritance is called as crisscross inheritance. Please make a note. Tumba sati kelidare. So crisscross inheritance, it is only present on the X chromosomes. X chromosomes of the father, it will be transmitted to the daughter. But daughter, it is, she is act as a carrier because she has a 2 X chromosome, right? So one X chromosome, even though it is defected, the other chromosome, X chromosome act as a dominant. So always it is like that. Father to daughter, daughter to son. Again from next, it will continues like that. Males to female, then from females to male. Okay, not from females to daughter. Even though she give birth to a daughter, no. Okay, the daughter will be not shown. Again, she will be act as a carrier. Okay, but in case of son, it will be shown because of only one X chromosome in his body. That is the thing you have to remember. Yes. 25th question. In man, sex-linked characters are only transmitted through. Very easy. Yes, tell me.
Y chromosome.
Yes, because Y chromosome is only present in males, right? They are confusing for you people. They have given like that. In man, sex-linked characters are only transmitted through, because X chromosomes are all present only both present in both in males and females, but Y chromosome is present only in case of males, right? So only they have given a man can transfer his disease from only through Y chromosome. Okay, the 26th one, which is, what is the name of that? Can anyone tell me? A Y-linked inheritance. Can anyone give me an example for that? Y-linked inheritance. It will be transferred only from,
Hypertrichosis.
very nice, good ma. Hypertrichosis. That is only from father to son, from next from son to his son, like that. Only in males it will be transmitted, but not in case of females. But why? Because the Y chromosomes, it is Y-linked inheritance. So Y chromosome is present only in case of males. Adakoskara. Next, 26th question. The recessive genes located on X chromosomes in human is always very easy.
Expressed in males.
Yes, that's it. Third one, expressed in males. Nodkoli, Y matte X chromosomes in males alidre. Okay, X will be the recessive in case of males. Y is dominant there in case of males. Okay, 27th one. A hereditary diseases which is never passed on from father to son is
Ma'am,
None
second
of these.
option.
None of these.
none of these. X chromosomes linked disease agalva nodi. A hereditary diseases which is never passed on from father to son. Father to son ಹೋಗೋದು Y chromosomes ಇಂದ. Autosomal linked disease ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ. X chromosomes linked disease ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನೀವು. So this is
Yes,
because
ma'am.
son always inherit his X chromosomes from the mother ಇಂದನೂ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Mother and daughter inherits one X chromosomes from the father. Okay na? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? So X linked ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ. Second option correct option. Okay. So Y ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ only to the son ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ never passed from father, because father ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಸನ್ಗೆ X chromosomes ಕೂಡ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? So that is very important. So 28th one. In a monohybrid cross, pure homozygous plants in F2 population will be.
Ma'am, first option.
In a
First option.
9, ma'am.
no. ನೋಡಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. In a monohybrid cross, pure homozygous plants in F2 generation.
1.
Ma'am, 2.
ಒಂದೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, ma'am.
ಯಾವ ತರ ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ. ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ F2 ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಒಂದು ಎಂಟರ್ ಪುನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನ ಹಾಕಿ ನಾನು ಬರ್ದು ತೋರ್ಸಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಇಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ 1. Pure homozygous offsprings in a dihybrid cross in an F2 generation will be pure homozygous offsprings in a dihybrid cross. It is
1/4.
1/8. Okay, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ.
Ma'am,
29.
how it's 1/8, ma'am?
1/8 is you can write the dihybrid cross involving tall and round seeded plant ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ capital TT capital RR with the dwarf and wrinkled seed ಗೆ ನೀವು small TT small RR ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So what will be the genotypic ratio there? 1:2:2:4. Genotypic ratio ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? Out of
Yes,
the
ma'am.
16th offsprings, out of 16 ಬರುತ್ತೆ offsprings ಗಳು. Only 2 are pure homozygous ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Pure homozygous will be, like homozygous will be what? Capital T, small r, capital R, small r. Sorry, capital R. Okay. So ಇದು ಬರೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು only 2 you will get. 2 ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ? 16 offsprings ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ?
Yes, ma'am.
16 offsprings, only 2 are pure homozygous. Hence capital T, capital R, and small t, small r ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Hence 1/8 ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 2/16 ಕೂಡ ತಗೋಬಹುದು. 2/16 is also answer, or 1/8. ಯಾವ್ದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲಿ? 1/8 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
1/8.
Okay, 1/8 is also answer. 2/16 is also answer. So 1/8 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ you have to take it 1/8. Next,
Ma'am,
30. Yes, ma'am.
those two homozygous are small t, small r, and smaller, and capital T, capital R, and capital R.
Correct, ma. Yes, correct. So these are
Yes,
the
ma'am.
homozygous conditions. Okay, good. 30th. A plant with capital A, capital B, small b composition on self-pollination. You have to remember, ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಎ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬಿ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಪಾಲಿನೇಷನ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಅಮಾಂಗ್ ದ ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಫಿನೋಟೈಪ್ಸ್?
Ma'am, option 3.
ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 3 ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನನಗೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2, 30th.
Option 2, ma'am.
ಹೌದಾ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2 ನೀವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬಿ. ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಇದು ನೀವು ಪುನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಫಿನೋಟಿಪಿಕ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಾಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಸೆಸಿವ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 30th ಗೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಏನು 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನೀವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ವರ್ಕ್ಔಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 2. ಸೊ 31st one, in a cross between a pure tall plant, pea plant, with a green pod and a pure short plant with yellow pod, what number of heterozygotes would you expect in F2 generation? F2 generation ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So in option 4.
Ma'am,
Okay na? So expect is 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so you have to take like ಒಂದು green pod and a pure short plant. Any you can take the genotype like small y ಅಥವಾ small r ಅಂತ ನೀವು ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. 32nd one.
ma'am, that ratio is 9:3:3:1, no, ma'am.
ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ದ F2 ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಏನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅವರು, ವಾಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೆಟೆರೋಜೈಗೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹೆಟೆರೋಜೈಗೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಿ ತಗೊಳಲ್ವ ನಾವು, ಇದು ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಟೆರೋಜೈಗೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾನೆ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಹೋಮೋಜೈಗಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೆಟೆರೋಜೈಗಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಯಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈ ತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. A cross between a pure tall plant. Okay, we will do one thing. 31st question. So if possible, next class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ? Otherwise, you can do it now only after the class. So ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಬರೀತೀನಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಟಾಲ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ ಗೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಿ and yellow ge capital Y. Okay, so offsprings which are obtained are the heterozygous tall yellow. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? when they are self ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಪುನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಪುನೆಟ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬಂತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ?
Yes, ma'am.
31st question. ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ ಅದು, ಬಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಇವಾಗ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. when they produce ಸೆಲ್ಫಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ F1 ಜನರೇಷನ್ ನ ತಗೊಂಡು F1 ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ವಿತ್ F1, ರೈಟ್? ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ F2 ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. F2 ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ you would have got how many 16 ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಹಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, then you have to do it. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇದು ಹೋಮೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರದ್ದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು F2 ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ 16 ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್. 4 ಆರ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 16, 4 ಆರ್ ಹೆಟೆರೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. 4 ಆರ್ ಹೆಟೆರೋಸೈಗಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹೆಟೆರೋಸೈಗಸ್? ಒಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ ಅನ್ನೋ ತರ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ವೈ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಆ ತರ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಟಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಟಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ವೈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ. ಈ ತರ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 4 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 4 heterozygous condition you will get it if you do it. Okay, any doubt ma? Have you all understood this, how to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, The next one is 32nd question. 32nd question. In a cross between a pure tall, 32nd, 32nd one, sorry. Dominant gene for tallness is capital T. And for yellow color is capital Y. A plant heterozygous for both the traits is self. The same last question tarane idu. Adu ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು
4/6.
1/16 ಹೌದಾ 4/16 ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ 32nd question 1/16 ಅಂದ್ರೆ the ratio of pure homozygous dwarf ಕೇಳಿರೋದಲ್ವಾ homozygous dwarf and green offsprings
1/16.
Yes, 1/16 correct option adu. So 33rd one, the genotypic ratio in F2 generation of the monohybrid cross will be easy.
1:2:1.
1:2:1 ಬರುತ್ತೆ 33rd question. Next 34th one. The Punnett square shown below represents the pattern of inheritance in a dihybrid cross when yellow is dominant over white and round is dominant over wrinkled seeds. A plant of type H, you have to concentrate only on H, will produce the seeds with the genotype identical to the seeds produced by the plants is what type of plants? You should remember what type of plants is producing the H type seeds. Yes, anyone? Type H genotype. What is a gene H ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಟೈಪ್ ಎನ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 34th ಒನ್ 4th ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೈಪ್ ಹೆಚ್ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ಹೇಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಟೈಪ್ ಹೆಚ್ ಜಿನೋಟೈಪ್ ನ ಹೇಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಪ್ಪ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ವೈ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ವೈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್
Capital R.
Yes, no. The identical genotype to H is N, ಅಲ್ವಾ N ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ you have to match ಈಗ F ಅಂತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಇದು ಈ ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ you have to write for everyone. F ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಪ್ಪ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ವೈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ವೈ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಆರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಹೇಗ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು
Yes, ma'am.
ಹೇಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ನೀವು you have to mark it, that is capital Y capital Y capital R small r. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ n ಗೆ ನೀವೇನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ what you will write for n
Capital Y, small y, capital R, capital R.
capital R capital R capital R capital. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅದು n ಟೈಪ್ ಗೆ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಈ ತರದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. 35th question. In the case referred to the above equation number 23, what would be the number of gametes type produced by the type U plant? Nadi nimge previous
First option.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ U ಗೆ first option correct. So ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ above ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, the same direct questions ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Multiple alleles controlled inheritance is very easy.
Blood groups.
Very good.
Blood groups.
Groups. 4th options. Next 37th one. The phenotype, the phenomenon of exchange of segments between the paternal and maternal chromosome is called as crossing over.
Crossing over.
Good. Crossing over. Linkage alla. Crossing over alla ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ exchange of segments ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು questions ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Segments ನೇ change ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Gene A and B are necessary for normal hearing. What is the possible genotype of normal child of deaf mother or father? So ನೀವೀಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ genotype ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆನಾ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇದು genotype of A ಗೆ ನೀವು capital A
First option.
third option pa the answer third option 38th third option, that is capital A small a capital B small b baratte. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
8 is third one. 39 in human
Ma'am, for deaf it will be small a and small b, no ma'am, for both father and mother.
But dominant will be there now. See, if gene A and gene B is necessary for normal hearing, it is. Okay, what is the possible?
Normal child they have given, ma'am.
Yeah, normal child. Normal child, both are normal. Normal child, it will be what? Both the dominant genes should come to the offsprings, right? Got
Yes,
the
ma'am.
point? Got the point, Pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So 39th one, in human, height shows a lot of variation. It is an example for
Polygenic inheritance.
Option 3, ma'am.
ಪಾಲಿಜೆನಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಹೆರಿಟೆನ್ಸ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರು ಹೈಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಕಲರ್
Skin color.
ಸ್ಕಿನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 39th one. 40th ಲಾಸ್ಟ್
Ma'am,
ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್.
example for pleiotropism.
Pleiotropism. Pleiotropism means what? One gene, no? One gene, one gene, many characters. Starch, ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಫೆನೈಲ್ಕೆಟನೂರಿಯಾ. ಫೆನೈಲ್ಕೆಟನೂರಿಯಾ ಒಂದು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ನೀವು. ಈವನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಚ್ ಗ್ರೇನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್,
Yes, ma'am.
ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಓಕೆ, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಸ್ಯೂಡೋ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಯೂಡೋ ಅಲೀಲ್ಸ್? is an inactive DNA sequence. ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. Pseudo alleles means it is an inactive DNA sequence from an active gene. From an active gene by the accumulation of inactivating mutation. So that is called as what? Pseudo alleles. The last question is what? Very easy question. Law of independent assortment can be proved by
Dihybrid cross.
Yes, the fourth option is the correct option.
Ma'am, definition of pseudo alleles, can you repeat?
Yes, ma'am. Write down. Pseudo alleles is an inactive DNA sequence. From an active gene. By the accumulation of inactivating mutation. Yes, we will start with the animal kingdom also. Have you all downloaded that? Which of the following is an example for Platyhelminthes? Yes, ma? Anyone? Platyhelminthes. Please take the next copy.
Ma'am, just 1 minute, ma'am.
Yes. Which one? What is that? Second option, Stichiostomata. Okay, Stichiostomata is an example for Platyhelminthes. Okay, so there you have to remember
Ma'am, but this example is not given in NCERT.
Yeah, it's not given, but it is a triploblastic Plasmodium and Trypanosoma. It belongs to Protozoa, right? So that is the thing you have to remember. Plasmodium and Trypanosoma both belongs to Protozoa. Whereas Wuchereria is
Aschelminthes.
very nice. Yes, isn't it? Aschelminthes. So remaining will be the example of Platyhelminthes. Like that, you have to remember. So the first option is the second one. So second question. Radial symmetry is usually exhibited in animals which attach to the
Substratum.
Yes, good. So radial symmetry means, you know, right? What is radial symmetry? The arrangement of parts of an organ or the organ, such as it may be cutting through the center. Okay, the structure.
Central axis.
It gives rise to two halves, right? So that is called as radial symmetry. The third one, okay, second one is the first option. The third one, one of the special characters of colinterate only in the occurrence of
Polymorphism.
ಅಥವಾ ನಿಮ್ಯಾಟೋಸೈಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
Platyhelminthes.
Platyhelminthes. Good. Then nematocytes, answer ado, nematocytes are characteristics of olenterate having chitin.
Coelenterata.
Coelenterata. Okay, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Ma'am, polymorphism is also.
Polymorphism. ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Only very few species we can see polymorphism. But
Okay,
usually, excuse me. Usually in all the cases, in 90% of the species, we can see nematocytes. The fourth question, the neurogenic heart is the characteristic features of lower vertebrates. Okay, neurogenic heart is present in lower vertebrates. Fifth one, the organisms attached to the substratum generally possess
Radial symmetry.
ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಇದು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೇಡಿಯಲ್ ಸಿಮೆಟ್ರಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ತ್ ಒನ್, ದ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೆನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಪಾಂಜಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು porous walls, alva. As you know, in case of sponges, they are called as porifera, isn't it? The entire walls are made up of small pores, so that forms a canal system, that is forms a water canal system in them, isn't it? Seventh one, cilium is found between the cavity of
Body wall.
ectoderm and endoderm. So you know the three wall layers also, right? So cilium is a small cavity which is present between the ectoderm and the endoderm. Okay, usually it is present in which of the formation? Sponges alli nodidira alva? Alva? Okay, seventh one. Okay, barkoli. Eighth one. Which of the following statement is without exceptions for sponges? Without it is not present. That is
First
an
one.
exception.
Ma'am, second option.
Second one.
Second
they have
option.
yes, second one. High regenerative power. Okay,
Ma'am,
without
coelom is ectoderm and endoderm.
yes, ectoderm and endoderm. Yes. Middle one is the mesoderm, right? Mesoderm is not present. See, if the cilium, what is cilium? Body cavity is called as cilium, right? So that is present between ectoderm and endoderm. Okay. So eighth one is done. Then ninth one, which is common among silverfish, scorpions, crab, and honeybee? Very
Ma'am, first option.
yes, jointed legs elladrallu ide. Then solenocytes are the main excretory organs or structures in see,
Annulates.
solenocytes are also called as flame cells. Remember, you will be knowing that flame cells are the excretory organs of platyhelminthes. You should be knowing that. Write down. Solenocytes is also called as flame cells. That flame cells andre easy ನೀವು ಬರ್ದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? Already ನೀವು NCERT textbook ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Flame cells are the excretory organs of platyhelminthes ಅಂತ. But you should be knowing that solenocytes is one more name for the flame cells. The answer is the platyhelminthes. The canal system is characteristic features of
Sponges.
yes. 12th one. In which of the following hemocyanin pigment is present? Hemocyanin is present in lower invertebrates. Fourth one, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರೆದಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲೋವರ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಹಿಮೋಸಯೋನಿನ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಗಿವನ್ ಬಿಲೋ ಆರ್ 4 ಮ್ಯಾಚಿಂಗ್ಸ್
Ma'am,
ಆಫ್
what is the use of hemocyanin?
Hemocyanin is usually again it is for oxygen supply only pa. Okay, in case of molluscus ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 12th one, in molluscus the blood is colorless. The blood is colorless, often having copper containing often having copper, COPPER, copper containing blue respiratory pigment. Blue respiratory pigment called hemocyanin. Got the point? ಎಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಈ ತರದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಹಿಮೋಸೈನಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ಡ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಟರಿ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾಪರ್. ಈ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರಿ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಫಿಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಗ್ನೀಷಿಯಂ ಇದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಲಿ ಐರನ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಹಿಮೋಗ್ಲೋಬಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಶಲಿ ಐರನ್ ಪಿಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಮೋಸೈನಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊಲಾಸ್ಕಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಆಕ್ಟೋಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಮೊಲಾಸ್ಕಸ್. ಎಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಎಸ್, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, 13th one. Given below the 4 matchings of an animal and its kinds of respiratory organs. Yes, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ will
A, B, and C.
Yes, good.
A, B, and C.
Second one. Yes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Yeah. 14th one. Which of the following is a matching pair of the animal and certain phenomena if it exists? 14th one. It's a mollusca. Mark ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Sorry.
Third option.
Illama, second option correct adu. Musca. 14th one is the second option. The development is indirect and the complete metamorphosis, including 4 stages iruttadalli. Metamorphosis agatte. So complete metamorphosis is nothing but first to egg in the larva in the pupa is finally give rise to an adult. Okay, so that is the second option. Correct option is there.
Ma'am, why third option is wrong?
Chameleon is mimicry. It is also correct. Which of the following matches pair of an animal and certain phenomenon it exhibits? So mimicry can be seen in only in certain case. No, not always it changes its color. Only in certain, in order to escape from the predator, only it will change its color. Or in some cases only the mimicry takes place, right? Not always. But in case of the phenomenon should exhibit always in all the cases. Got my point, ma? Yes, right? The 15th question. The cycon belongs to a group of animals. The 15th one. A cycon belongs to a group of animals which are best described as?
Second option.
Second option, which is it is multicellular without any tissue organization. Okay, so that is the 16th one. The animal with the bilaterally symmetry in young stage, the radial pentamerous symmetry in the adult stage belongs to the phylum.
Echinodermata.
Very nice, Echinodermata. In arthropoda, head, thorax, and often use the form of cephalothorax. It is insecta only, right? The insecta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So first,
Yes.
Contrast to annelids, the platyhelminthes shows. First one, absence of body.
Body cavity.
Which of one of the following is matching set of phylum? And it's 3 examples. That is the 4th option. Nodkoli, mollusca. Okay, 4th option. Examples kuda kottidare avaru. Okay, still 43 questions are there. So it's already time. So one more we will do. 20th question. Metameric segmentation is the characteristic features. Very
Annelid and arthropoda.
Annelid.
Annelida and arthropoda. Metamers is nothing but the segments are the cross walls which is present in an organism is called as metamers, and the entire system is called as a metamerism, right? So this is one of the very important in case of Annelida and arthropoda. So from 21st to 43rd question of animal kingdom will be going to discuss in the next class only, because it's time up. I think I hope you have all understood the points whatever we have discussed today.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes, ma, tell me.
19th question, 4th option you told, ma'am.
Huh.
But like that, what is that, ma'am? TERA.
Terrado is a organism which is present inside the sea, because in marine form it is. Loligo, Torado, octopus. These are all comes under mollusca. You can just Google it. Okay, see the Torado form. Torado It is a very small organism which is present in the marine form, okay, which comes to mollusca only. Okay pa?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes ma. So Toradon anta ನೀವು ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will come to know it belongs to mollusca only pa.